Hello and welcome back. As you can see, I'm outdoors once again. I'm still in my yard actually. I just turned the camera around. This is a garage that nobody uses. It's in pretty bad shape actually. So as I mentioned in one of my previous videos, it's important for me to share myself, to make videos regardless how I feel. And I like to show the different variations of a person, my moods, my energy levels. And right now I'm tired. I feel very fatigued physically. And the reason I'm making a video when I'm tired like this is that I don't agree with, it's not authentic if you're only making videos when you're feeling your best. If your message is that of authenticity, if you're trying to help people heal, and the only thing you're showing is always happy, happy, positive, positive, then what you're portraying is not your totality. You're not sharing your completion, you as you are, and all your different levels is what I mean, not your completion. But I feel as though it's extremely important for me to show that regardless of how you feel, you can still go ahead and do the things you enjoy. You can still do the things you like. You're not gonna, in my case, I don't let how I feel weigh me down to the point where I'm not gonna go and live my life. So why I'm making this video when I'm feeling really tired as well is to show people, to show everybody that it's important to let yourself be, and that you don't always have to feel positive, you don't always have to feel happy, you don't always have to feel at your best. That in life there's going to be cycles of up and down, and in spirituality and in becoming your best self, it's not about only becoming a happy self. And there's a strange kind of magic that happens when you learn to accept yourself, and as I've heard said in some videos, accept your darkness as well as your light. When you learn to accept your darkness and don't expect only there to be light, this weird magic happens in your life that you, for some reason, this bad or darkness turns to good. Good in the sense that it doesn't have a weight over you anymore, and you can just let it be. I'm tired. Does it have to be negative? No. The negativity would come from me rejecting that feeling, rejecting the feeling of fatigue in my body and wanting it to be good. So as soon as I accept it for what it is, what I once would have classified as darkness, you then transcend the whole duality of feeling good and feeling bad. Then you just feel, you just are. You transcend it. You become an alchemist. The real magic and the real miracle of life happens. Which is why I can still smile. But if you look closely, you'll see I'm pretty tired. Okay. So a lot of people would only film a video that's to inspire people when they're feeling good. Some people might create a persona specifically to match their videos and the audience that they're trying to capture. And the reason I'm making videos is not to lull you to sleep. I'm not interested in showing you a fake personality to entertain you so that you can dream your dreams a little bit longer and forget about your problems, forget about your life, forget about your responsibilities and all the things that you think are important in life. That's not my message here at all. My message is to show you myself as authentic as I can be in the very moment. Here, the now, as I'm filming in front of the camera. And to show that I'm okay with it, that you can see that I accept my darkness, I accept my light. The two have no weight over me. I am spirit. And I see that, I feel that. I live that in my everyday life. I allow this body to do what it's doing. I remain as the watcher and I'm enjoying the show. And as I mentioned in another video, when you can rest in the watcher, your spirit, if you will, your soul, this manifestation of Danny, in this case, has a different quality to it. So I don't need to do anything. The quality becomes a higher quality, we'll say. The actions that this vessel takes becomes the right action. Because any action taken with conscious awareness is right action. Oftentimes in life, we get too bogged down by what we believe is the right thing. So we have these set of rules that we think a spiritual person is supposed to follow. We have these set of rules that we think we are supposed to follow in order to be a good person. If you're reaching for enlightenment, you might have certain conditions that you feel you need to hit, reach, and keep, maintain, be consistent with in order for you to become enlightened. And that could not be further from the truth. These are all surface level. These are all waves on the surface of the ocean. The only thing that's really important when it comes to finding peace, to becoming really, truly happy in your life, even when you're tired, okay? What really enables you to transcend the duality of light and darkness in the first place is to rest in your conscious awareness, to abide in your being. You can be bad, you can be good, you can be right, you can be wrong, but these are all labels that we as humans have classified in order to fit into society. Everyone's going to be good, everyone's going to be, if you're bad, then you're this, if you're good, then you're this, I can trust you, and all these things. We often forget that each one of us have been gifted the gift of intelligence. It's something that we're born with and that we don't need to cultivate. Oftentimes, you'll see this yourself when you look at certain videos, maybe even movies, you'll have certain glimpses where children will have a certain sense of wisdom that are even greater than adults. You'll ask a bunch of people questions and sometimes children will get the answer right much quicker. It just makes sense to them than an adult. And that's because adults, we have this information. We use our intellect, we use our memory to come up with our conclusions and our answers, where a child can just look directly into a situation and they can use their heart as a guide. They can see clearly because they're not looking through the filter of the memories that an adult would have accumulated throughout their lives. The filter of this is right, this is wrong. So subconsciously, when you're asked a question or you're faced with a situation, oftentimes an adult will use this filter, their intellect, in order to make decisions upon, where a child can use their intelligence. They can face a situation, look at it, and respond, where an adult might look at a situation and simply react based on what they understand to be the right answer that they learned through the past. Now, there's a place for both in life, but when it comes to truly being happy, you need to rest in your intelligence and not your intellect. Because your intellect, although useful, it's not who you are, it's just your memory, and your memory can be fooled. Your memory is not always 100% right. And what worked for one situation doesn't necessarily mean it will work for every situation that is similar. It doesn't mean that what worked before will always work again. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. It's always best to look at every single situation in life fresh, using your intelligence. You can use the two, but the answer, your being, the final decision should come from the wisdom of your intelligence. So it's extremely important to rest in your being, which is why I can stand here right now and make a video and talk about these things, not feel too fatigued, not feel too tired, not feel too low on energy in order to talk and help motivate other people. How do you motivate someone when you don't have the energy yourself? You stop thinking about it. You get out of your head. You just stop worrying. You don't raise the question, how? You just step. How do you reach the top of the mountain? By putting one foot in front of the other. How do you not reach that top of the mountain? By thinking about how much it hurts. It's pretty straightforward, isn't it? Your mind is the biggest hindrance in your life. It's the one thing that will stop you from reaching your goals, one time after another. So this is a message to just be. Learning to look past the mind. Regardless how you feel, don't listen to your memory, don't listen to your mind, don't listen to the ego, the complaining voice inside of you. Take that next step anyways. See how you feel. Don't let your mind control you. Just move and listen to the moment. See how you feel in that moment. And oftentimes, when you take that next step, you'll see there will be another voice in your mind that says, I'm glad I did that. And the next step will follow, I'm glad I did that. And eventually, that complaining voice will become more quiet, more quiet, more quiet, and then it'll become a distant memory. An old pattern. And you'll recognize it as such. You'll see that it's not you. You are not in pain. You can physically witness pain, but pain doesn't have to be what stops you. As a matter of fact, nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you. Only yourself. So in life, find the times when you're stopping yourself and learn to walk anyways. So I leave you with that. Wherever you are around the world, whatever time it is that you're watching this video, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. Peace.